Okay, so heading off to an event today, and I'm going down to Philadelphia. Now, there were several things going on in the area in Philadelphia. I have never done an event in Philadelphia on my own. If you remember the fiasco that happened Christmas last year, when somebody that I will remain nameless put together this event and called together several flat earthers, and at least that's what we were told. I have reevaluated that whole incident, and I find a lot of holes in it. So the person who organized it did not listen to anything I had to say. We were doing a lead up to it, having online chats, and he was hyping it a lot, and that was fine. We wanted people to come out, but he started a fight with me. He really was nasty. He was very nasty. He did a lot of things to provoke disagreement with the event leaders. That was the Christmas Village in Philadelphia at Love Park. And I believe that the police were involved and in on the whole thing. It was just too orchestrated to have it be a random event or a reaction event. That the police were involved, and they got some people together and were just totally obnoxious. They claimed to be a Christian group with a bullhorn, and they did not act like Christians at all. So I really am skeptical of the whole setup. And besides the guy who organized the flat earth activism, he blamed everything on his brother. It's very convenient to have a scapegoat. And he, and I don't doubt that they both had some issues. But you can't act the way you did and not think that somebody's going to notice. The behavior was just too erratic, and the activism that this person did by himself was marginalizing the flat earth. And I'm totally against that. So that was very helpful in me deciding that I was going to be doing activism from then on by myself, and I was not going to tell anybody where I went. And so I'm not doing that, because I know things can be set up for failure. I know people can lie in wait. They lie like wolves to devour the sheep. And so you got to be just a little bit smarter. I'm not saying that I know everything, but I don't tell people where I go now, for the very reason that when it's advertised, something inevitably goes wrong. I am much more successful when I go by myself and I just don't tell anybody. So I'm on my way to Philadelphia. And unless they put a tracking device on something, I don't know. They possibly could. I don't know. They are just that sneaky. It depends on how good I am. The more they do to stop me, the more I know I am effective in my teaching. So, yeah, thank you for letting me know that I am doing an excellent job. Now, the police have my cell phone, so I'm using this other one. And they illegally have my cell phone because my cell phone was not used in a commission of any crime. And even if it was a potential crime, I did not hit anybody with my cell phone. I did not smash anybody, in the face with my cell phone. My cell phone did not do any part of that crime. It was not a weapon. The only thing is I totally recorded everything that happened, and I verbally gave permission for them to take a copy of the video. And the other trooper in the barracks says, oh, a verbal okay is all right. You can get a copy that way. Oh, but Trooper Lynn did not want to listen to that, because I said right there, well, I gave him verbal permission to take a copy. That's not what he wanted. See, you got to look at the outcome. What is the result? And I'm talking loud because I can't even hear myself. There's background noise. And I had this problem. So you have to look at the result. What was the result of all of the actions that occurred? That is what they wanted. So what is the result of the Schwenkfelder arrest? It was to get me out of that event that day. That's what it was. They did not want the information at the event because I was not doing anything wrong. They couldn't say I was obnoxious. I was only there 5 minutes before they descended upon me. So, and I handed out maybe 6 or 7 brochures in that time. So, that was their purpose. Now, why? Why was that so important to get me out of there? Well, I think that there's something going on with that pastor because he lied. He lied. And you never have to lie if you're on the up and up. If you are telling the truth, if you're righteous, if you're in a righteous position, you don't have to lie. But this pastor lied. So, why did he lie? That's a very interesting thing. And he lied because he did not want to have to answer to the people in his church or the community that the Bible is a flat earth book and that he's not preaching that. That's it. Doink. Put my finger right on it. Doink. So, we shall see what happens this Wednesday at the local magistrate. It's Trooper Lynn called it, Trooper Matthew Lynn, State Police, Pennsylvania State Police. He called it a preliminary hearing. Well, it says right there in Grace Marsh versus Alabama that you can't charge somebody with trespassing if they're on private property, if it is a public access event or area that is open to the public. And I was not there outside of the time that it was public. So that should not have anything to do with it. So I'm going down to Philadelphia, and I'm going to a local street festival. So I'll be on the street, and that's what I like. I like talking to the regular folks. What else is going on? I went to Phoenixville last night. I still got to figure out this iPhone, iCloud. I don't know. It's not doing what it, how come when somebody else who knows what they're doing, they say, oh, just push this and it's all right, and it works. But okay, so then I go and try to find that same thing to push, and I can't even find the button. So, good, this guy just let me in. That's awesome. So, we shall see how this goes. This is an 11-minute so far video. Is there something else I can let you guys know what's happening? Well, the cell phone, okay, this is what I was told. I don't know if I mentioned this before. I was told by another attorney that the jury instructions, if this goes forward to a trial, the jury instructions will be that resisting arrest has to be more than a kick or a spit. And I didn't even do that. I was holding on to my banners because my property was being threatened. And this trooper grabbed my arm. And I looked in his face, and he had the same face as my experience has been with some alcoholic man. And you don't want to argue with an alcoholic man who is out of control. So unless you can overpower that man, then just do not escalate the situation, or you'll end up in bad shape. And I had no one there to protect me. So, and this trooper threatened to throw me down on the blacktop. I don't know why it like something turned on in his brain as though it was attack, and he would not listen. I said, get your supervisor here, and I had the right to have his supervisor there, and I was innocent until proven guilty. And this is what they always forget, conveniently forget, but I am innocent until proven guilty. So, the supervisor at the Souderton Calvary Church, where there was a car show, and the cops were called then, the young cop, he was all, bullied, and he was all being bullied. He was all bullying me and trying to intimidate me. And I said, I need to speak to your supervisor now. You won't tell me what to do. I'm there. Well, I have the right to have your supervisor here. So then I had to call the police myself. So that's what's the deal. So you got to stand up for your rights. If you don't, you're going to lose them. You should just get out there and free speech something. Just free speech something, just so you can, like I said, when I left the Ocean County Community College, the best police around are those New Hope guys, because they respect the people. They respect them, and the people respect the police. But I don't think it was always that way. I think at one time there must have been a struggle, and they came to a meeting of the minds that, hey, you're not going to infringe on my rights, and the police said, yeah, okay, we get that now. What else could it have been? So, yeah, and So you got to get out there and just be a regular person. Get out on the streets. Why are you waiting? There has to be a good reason why you're waiting. And if you want to support what I'm doing, send some money over to the flatearth101.com and earmark it for materials that go to me. You know what? And even whatever, because Dave Gessner has done a lot already, sending me free stuff. And he sends a lot of people free stuff. So maybe he needs to be reimbursed a little. So, I just don't want to be put down as being paid for anything. Okay, I'm not doing this for pay, and I just don't even want the money thing with the income tax and all. I want nothing to do with that. I'm doing this for the love of mankind, and that's my only motivation. They deserve to know the truth, and the truth will set them free, and that's why I do it. So I'm heading down the Schuylkill Expressway. It's the road that runs right next to the Schuylkill River. And next year, I hopefully will kayak that. I'm going to get over here because I'm going to get off here soon. I'm going to be right near the zoo. Girard Avenue, 26th to 29th Street on Girard Avenue. And they're shutting down the streets, and they're having a street festival, which I love those things. I've never been to one as though I was a customer kind of a thing. I just go, and the people are relaxed, and hey, what's this new thing here? They're interested in talking about different things. So that's why it's really nice. They're open to new and exciting things. And that's what I am offering. That's something really exciting. So, okay, I've talked enough, but have a great day, and I hope you catch the rest of this. I hope I can do it. I'm going to try and cut them up into segments. So we'll see how this goes. All right, talk to you later. Bye.